I remember the first time I tried to speak English. I was in a small classroom. There were other students around me. The teacher was at the front. She was speaking English, fast English. I didn't understand most of it. She looked at me and smiled. "Can you introduce yourself?" she asked. My heart started beating fast. I felt nervous, very nervous. Everyone was looking at me. I opened my mouth, but no words came out. I knew the words in my head. "My name is," but I couldn't say them. My face felt hot. I looked down at my desk. "It's okay," the teacher said gently. "Take your time." I tried again. "My name is?" My voice was so quiet. I felt embarrassed. The other students waited. Finally, I said my name. Just my name, nothing else. That was 10 years ago, and that was the beginning of my English learning journey. After that first class, I felt terrible. I thought, I can't do this. English is too difficult. I'll never learn it. I went home and I wanted to give up. But something inside me said, try one more time, just one more day. So I did. The next day I went back to class, and the day after that, and the day after that. It was hard. Every day was hard. But slowly, very slowly, something started to change. At first, I could only say simple things. "Hello, my name is," "I am from," that was all. But the teacher was patient. She spoke slowly. She repeated things. She smiled when I tried. Even when I made mistakes, she encouraged me. "Good try," she would say. "Try again." And I did. I tried again and again. One day, the teacher gave us homework. We had to watch a TV show in English, just 10 minutes. I remember going home and turning on the TV. I found a show. It was a cooking show. A woman was making a cake. She was speaking English. I didn't understand anything. Well, maybe I understood 5 words. Sugar, egg, mix, oven, cake. That was all. The rest was just sounds, fast sounds. I felt frustrated. How could I learn if I couldn't understand? But I kept watching. Every day I watched 10 minutes. Sometimes the same show, sometimes different shows. After 1 week, I started to recognize more words. After 2 weeks, I could understand simple sentences. Put the sugar in the bowl. Mix it well. Put it in the oven. I felt excited. I was learning. It was slow, but it was happening. At school, I started talking more. At first, I made many mistakes. So many mistakes. I said, "he go," instead of "he goes." I said, "I have 25 years," instead of "I am 25 years old." I said, "Yesterday I go," instead of "yesterday I went." Sometimes other students laughed. Not in a mean way, just because it was funny. And you know what? I started laughing too, because mistakes are funny, and mistakes are okay. Mistakes are how we learn. My teacher always said, don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are your friends. They show you what to learn next. I wrote that down. I still remember it today. One day, something special happened. I was walking home from school. I was listening to English music on my phone, a song I liked. I was singing along quietly, just for myself. Suddenly, I realized something. I understood the words. Not all of them, but most of them. I wasn't translating in my head anymore. I was just understanding. I stopped walking. I stood there on the street. I felt so happy. It was a small moment. Nobody else knew about it, but for me, it was huge. It meant I was really learning. After 1 year of studying, I decided to do something brave. I joined an online English conversation group. People from different countries met online and practiced speaking English together. I was so nervous before my first meeting. My hands were shaking. I thought, what if I can't understand them? What if they can't understand me? But I logged in. There were 5 other people. One from Brazil, one from Japan, one from Russia, one from Turkey, and one from Italy. Everyone was nervous. Everyone was learning, just like me. The moderator asked, "So, tell us about your day. What did you do today?" One by one, people spoke. Their English wasn't perfect, but they spoke. They tried, and I could understand them. Then it was my turn. I took a deep breath. Today, I went to school, I studied English, and now I am here. I am happy to meet you. Simple words, but they were my words, and people understood me. One person said, "Nice to meet you too." Another person said, "Your English is good." I felt warm inside, proud, happy. After that, I joined the group every week, sometimes twice a week. We talked about everything: our countries, our families, our jobs, our hobbies. We made mistakes together, we laughed together, we helped each other. These people became my friends, my English friends. But learning English wasn't always easy. There were difficult times too. I remember one day, I had a bad day at work. I was tired and frustrated. I came home and I had English homework. I had to write an essay. I looked at the blank page in my computer. I didn't want to do it. I thought, why am I doing this? Learning English is taking so much time, so much energy. Maybe I should stop. I closed my computer. I went to bed. But I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about English, about all the things I wanted to do. I wanted to travel. I wanted to read books in English. I wanted to watch movies without subtitles. I wanted to make friends from other countries. I wanted to understand the world better. English was the key. English would open doors for me. So the next morning, I opened my computer again and I wrote that essay. It wasn't perfect, but I finished it. And I felt proud. That's when I learned something important. Learning a language is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about patience. It's about not giving up. It's about believing in yourself even when it's hard. 2 years passed. My English got better and better. I could have conversations. I could watch TV shows and understand most of it. I could read simple books. I even started thinking in English sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. And that felt amazing. One day, I decided to travel. I went to another country where people spoke English. I was excited, but also nervous. This was my first time using English in the real world. Not in a classroom, not online, but face-to-face with real people. I arrived at the airport. I needed to ask for directions. I saw a man in a uniform. He worked at the airport. I walked up to him. My heart was beating fast again, just like that first day in the classroom. "Excuse me," I said. "Can you help me? Where is the train station?" He looked at me and smiled. "Of course. Go straight, then turn left. You'll see the signs." I understood him, every word. "Thank you so much," I said. "You're welcome. Have a nice day." I walked away smiling. I did it. I spoke English with a stranger. And it worked. Communication happened. That's what language is for. To connect with people, to share ideas, to understand each other. During that trip, I used English every day. I ordered food in restaurants. I asked for help when I was lost. I talked to people at my hotel. I even made friends with other travelers. We sat together in a cafe, drinking coffee, talking about our lives. In English. It felt natural. It felt good. When I came home, I felt different, more confident, more proud of myself. I had come so far from that scared student who couldn't say their own name. But my journey didn't stop there. It never stops, because learning a language is not something you finish. It's something you keep doing. Every day there are new words to learn, new expressions, new ways to say things. Even now, after 10 years, I still make mistakes. I still find words I don't know. I still have moments where I don't understand something. And that's okay. That's normal. That's part of the journey. Now I watch movies in English. I read books in English. I listen to podcasts. I have friends from all over the world. We chat online, we share our lives. And all of this is possible because I didn't give up, because I kept trying, even when it was hard. Sometimes I think about that first day, that scared student in the classroom, and I want to tell them, don't worry, it gets easier. You can do this. Just keep going. One day at a time, one word at a time. Learning English changed my life. It opened doors I never imagined. It gave me confidence. It gave me opportunities. It gave me friends. It gave me a way to see the world differently. If you are learning English right now, I want to tell you something. You are doing great. Yes, you. Even if you're just starting, even if you feel nervous, even if you make mistakes, you are doing great because you are trying, and trying is the most important thing. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone learns at their own speed. Some people learn fast, some people learn slowly. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you don't stop. Some days will be easy. Some days will be hard. Some days you'll feel excited. Some days you'll feel frustrated. All of these feelings are normal. I felt them too. Everyone learning a language feels them. But if you keep going, if you practice every day, even just a little bit, you will improve. Maybe you won't notice it every day, but one day you'll look back and think, wow, I have learned so much. That's how it happens. Slowly, quietly, but it happens. My English learning journey is still continuing. Every day is a new step, and I'm excited to see where it takes me next. And your journey? It's just beginning. Or maybe you're already on your way. Wherever you are, keep going. You can do this. I believe in you. Because if I can do it, you can do it too. A message for you. Thank you so much for listening to my story today. I hope it inspired you a little bit. I hope it showed you that learning English is possible for everyone. It just takes time, patience, and practice. If you enjoyed this story, I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a like. It helps more people find these stories and practice their English listening too. And if you want to continue learning with more simple, real-life English stories like this one, please subscribe to Real Life English. We create new videos every week to help you improve naturally and enjoy the learning process. I'd love to hear about your English learning journey too. Where are you from? How long have you been learning English? What's the hardest part for you? What's your favorite part? Please share your story in the comments below. I read every single comment and I love hearing from you. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a race. Take your time, be kind to yourself, and celebrate every small success. Thank you for being here. Thank you for practicing. And thank you for not giving up. See you in the next video. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself.